This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. Spring is here, and with it comes allergies and stuffed noses and running noses, and I should know, I have the worst allergies ever. But why suffer when relief is a click away? ZocDoc has you covered whether you need a nearby allergist or a quick telehealth call to get you the care you need. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. As someone who has put off their own doctor's appointments a lot, I have used ZocDoc and it is a game changer. It makes your life so much easier. I can't recommend it enough. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/exes to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/exes. And one more time, that's ZocDoc.com/exes. This episode is sponsored by Indeed. Hiring the right people quickly is so important. I think especially in 2025, time is flying and it's so precious and it's so important and you don't want to waste yours. So if you're hiring, Indeed is all you need. When I was looking to hire people earlier last year, the process was so slow and so overwhelming, and I wish I had used Indeed. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring process today with Indeed. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/XS. Just go to Indeed.com/XS and support my podcast by letting them know that I told you about Indeed. Indeed.com/XS. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring. Indeed is all you need. This episode is sponsored by Paired. I feel like as a sapphic person who hangs out with a lot of sapphic people, I know that we love games that bring us closer together to our partners. And now you can do that through your phone with Paired. Paired is an app for couples who want to strengthen their relationship. It was founded on the simple belief that real lasting love is a daily practice. Whether you're just a few dates in or you've been in a relationship for a long time, find the time to connect with your partner and nourish your relationship. Start strengthening your relationship in an easy and fun way, and it takes, again, just 5 minutes a day. Head to paired.com/Shannon and get a 7-day free trial and 25% off when you sign up for a subscription. Just head to paired.com/Shannon and sign up today. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to X's and O's. I'm your host, Shannon Beveridge, and I'm back in LA, which is crazy because I was in LA when you saw me last, but I wasn't in LA all week. I've been in Dallas, and I just got back late last night. I'm so tired. I feel like I was supposed to kind of take a break after tour in a way, but then I got sick and then I had to go home, and I feel like I haven't really had a resting time, kind of at all. Yeah, kind of not at all. So I am a bit tired. I also wanted to explain to y'all that because this is like supposed to be my time off or like my break after tour, so I didn't film the podcast for the last week or 2 weeks, and instead we are going to be highlighting some of our favorite episodes that we did early on. So today's episode is with Gabby Windey. If you've been watching the show for a long time, then you may have already seen this episode, or if you're new to the show, you may not have seen this episode, but it did air about a year ago, I think, maybe more than a year ago. But basically, we're just reposting it this week. And then next week, it's gonna be a live show, so you'll get to see one of the live shows that we did. I recommend watching it if you, over listening to it, but whatever, both will work. The microphones are good and it will be fun as well. But next week it'll be a live show, and then the next week after that, it's gonna be another featured episode, and then the next week after that, it will be another live show. So in a sense, I am taking some time off because I'm not filming the podcast, but there are a lot of things that are coming and changing, and I'm really excited to start telling y'all what those things are. But it's going to be a second, I think, before you know. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the changes that are happening, and I think you will like them too when you get to find out what they are. And again, I don't think I said sorry, but I am sorry that I am, for my low energy, my tiredness. I'll be more awake soon, I think. I hope. My trip home was there's things I don't know. There's things I don't know that I want to talk about, or like, I don't know. I'm being weird. I'm not trying to be weird. But yeah, I think there's just sometimes life stuff. What the hell am I saying? Sometimes there are things that are like, maybe I want to keep more personal, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, so being home wasn't really like a relaxing visit. But it was still nice to be there and see my parents. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll fill you in on stuff from home later. But just know for now, it was nice to go home. It was nice to see my parents. And I am looking forward to everything that's coming up. And I love y'all so much. And hopefully I'll be more awake soon. You never know. Some pep in my step. All right, I love y'all. Enjoy this episode. If you've seen it before, honestly, I think it's so fun, like, to watch it back. It feels so long ago to me even that it was like exciting to listen to it again. So I hope you'll watch it even if you saw it then. Or yeah. Also, like, I'm so proud of her and everything that she's accomplished. And it's crazy because at the time she wasn't married to Robbie, but obviously Robbie and her were already together. So it's kind of fun to look back on this period of time before they were married and before she went on Traders and before like, I think this is right when she started her podcast. So enjoy it. Have fun. Live a little. We should have a little more fun. What is the point? What is the point of this life if we're not enjoying it? That's what I always say. All right. Enjoy. Love you. I will do an intro. Hopefully it will sound good. I'm like,
oh my God, no worries.
Okay.
It can sound bad if you want.
If it sounds bad, I'll do it again. Okay. Okay, hi guys. My name's Shannon Beveridge. Welcome to Exes and O's, a podcast where we talk about queer relationships and sex. I'm so excited for the guest today. Her name is Gabby Windey. You may know her from The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Dancing with the Stars, or her new podcast. What is it called? Long-Winded, obviously. Goes with their last name. It's perfect.
Yes, yeah.
When this episode is out, your show will be out. So
nice.
You can go and listen to it. I'll put it in the link in the bio. And yeah, I'm so excited. Also, I personally know you from TikTok.
I'm like dead. It's so embarrassing for me.
It's literally my favorite thing. Like, I obviously discovered you when you came out. Okay, I like The Bachelor. I watch it. But sometimes I'll like watch a season and get into it. And then if I don't, then I just don't know anything. But yeah, when you came out, I think my friend Shannon actually interviewed you on the red carpet with Robbie once.
Oh my God, fun.
It's like, I don't know what, it was one that went like kind of viral on TikTok.
It was like ET Canada. Yeah,
that's my friend. And she was on my podcast too.
Oh my God, that fun.
Girl. So random. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is such an exciting little story. And then I started following you on TikTok and I'm like, I need to meet this person. I need to know who this person is. Do you like, every time I watch one of your TikToks, I'm like, when you tell
this is the beginning of the conversation, because I was almost late trying to film one because you have to like squeeze in content, and I'm like, I'm so embarrassing.
No, but it's so good. Every time when you tell a story, I'm like, where's it going? Yeah. I'm never sure. I'm like, this is so exciting. I'm like on the edge of my seat. Did you
practice?
Yeah.
No.
Like, do you know where they're going when you started?
No. Okay. Like half the times, so it was like, whatever, it's a journey.
Yeah.
Because I feel like after Bachelor, Bachelorette, you get a social media following. So, but I'm like, what the fuck is TikTok? Like, I'm not a kid. Like, I don't know. And I'm not like outwardly kind of performative, I guess. Like I'm like soft spoken. I'm kind of inward. So I'm like, whatever. But my relevancy was declining. So I'm like, all the kids are on fucking TikTok. I gotta get my ass on TikTok. So I tried. I would go on when I was like high, because that's when I had like the confidence, but also when I would try and story tell, there'd be like no conceit at all. It's like it would just like end, but I'm like, that is what happened. So I think now I'm getting a little better at but no, I don't know where they're going.
I love it. I've like watched I think all of them. I'm like,
oh my God,
is
so embarrassing.
This content is for me. I love it so much. I feel the same way with TikTok. Like, I've been on social media for so long, and I'm 32, so I'm not young either. Yeah. So when TikTok came around, I was like, what the fuck? I have to learn like a new app. And there was like definitely at first kind of like an aversion to it where I'm like, I don't want to do this. And then I was like, fuck, I think I have to do this. Everyone's on there. So and then there is like an element of, it's like embarrassing a little bit.
It's so embarrassing, but then it's like everybody's doing it, so it's just fine. Yeah. I feel like you can't just like go back and look at it.
No, you can't. Yeah, you have to just post. Post and look away. But
how do you feel about TikTok maybe getting banned? I know people have been talking about it forever, but I saw something that was like, maybe it'll actually
happen. I feel like, I mean, for me, I feel not too scared because my other platforms are like kind of okay too. Yeah. And I feel like if it does, I feel like everyone will just move to like Reels or Snapchat or whatever. I didn't know Snapchat was like such a thing. Are you on there?
I tried to be. I saw one TikTok that was like, you can make so much money on Snapchat. So my ass posted a story that day. I was like, but
I loud and clear.
Literally, I'm like, I'm here for the money, but it didn't go anywhere. Okay. Like, I don't know how to monetize it. I'm like, one more thing, but
no, I feel like I don't know anything about it either. I just went to South by Southwest like 2 weeks ago, and I went to like a Snapchat meetup thing, and this girl was like, oh, I'll like get you verified on there. And so then I've started to post, but she was like, you need to post 40 stories a day.
40?
I'm like, who has time for that?
Literally, who has time?
So then I'm like, I don't know if it's like gonna stick around for me, but it's fun because for me, I feel like Instagram, I feel like I have to look a certain way and kind of like make it a vibe, but like it's all like very like, I don't know, intentional. Yeah. With Snapchat, I'm just like, whatever, post whatever the fuck.
Totally.
Like, I'm like a blurry picture, like here's my foot. Like I don't care, like anything. So
I feel like it's even less fucks given than like TikTok. Which that's pretty low too.
Yeah. It's like the tiers. It's like lower, lower. Okay, well, are you excited for your podcast to start?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Much like my TikToks, I don't know where it's going. People are like, what is it about? But you can't really plan for it. No. I feel like yours is nice because you like had a clear vision, I feel, and it's like there's nothing else really like it.
I just needed a theme so that I felt some direction at all. I think if I were to sit down every week and just be like, what am I talking about today? Like I would have like had burnout because I've already had burnout so many times because I've been online for so long. So it's like if I have like just even a little bit of direction, I'll be able to stick with it. Yeah. So,
and it's doing really well. It seems like they're like you are really filling a gap in the market, which is great to see.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah. I'm having fun with it. It's definitely intimidating. It's an intimidating space because you talk a lot. Right. It's a lot of you talking. And I'm like I think like, I don't know if you feel this since you've come out now, but sometimes it feels like queer content creators and queer people in general are kind of like held to a little bit higher standard of like knowledge and like
you're like, I'm still dumb, I'm just gay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, at the end of the day, I am from Texas. Like I'm just a girl.
No, literally. I'm like, I have a public school education. Literally. But a lot of lesbians are so smart.
Yeah, so, but I feel like it's like there's a standard where it's like don't say anything wrong a little bit. More than like if you were just, I don't know, a straight white guy with a podcast talking for this long and having that kind of like pressure of not saying something wrong. Yeah. Sometimes I get a little bit stressed, but
yeah, I feel like my introduction to the queer space is my girlfriend who's like not PC at all. She gets away with so much because she's a comedian. Yes. Yeah. And because she just has like a persona about her and she's really smart. So she can just like talk her way kind of out of everything, and everything you said, like she says, you're like, are you serious or are you not? Yeah. But also there's like a lot of validation to the things that she says, or like credibility. And it makes sense. So it's been kind of nice. Yeah. But I have younger friends who like are in the queer space and they're like so on me about shit. I'm like, sorry, like I'm a millennial.
I'm just a girl. I promise I'm just a girl.
Right. Like I'm not on the Gen Z like kind of,
I think it's getting better. Not getting better, but I think people are giving people more grace. It's like I think everything can be a learning experience. Like, let me know. Like, if I said something really bad, please let me know. But
yeah, I feel the same way. Because we're like getting political right away. But I'm like, we also got to a place, I feel like, especially, I mean, you're from the South, I'm from the Midwest, like coming from such a conservative world and then opening up your mind to other things, you're like too scared to ask questions because you know that the culture is like heavy on cancellation. Even if you don't have a platform, you don't want to piss anybody off because that's more of what the conversation is around versus learning.
Yeah, totally.
So I feel like I was not even, I guess like before, because I think there was always signs of like not even being gay, but wanting to explore my sexuality. But it was almost like I was too scared because I was afraid, like, I was just too scared to ask questions.
Like you wouldn't, or like you wouldn't be like taken seriously or something.
Right.
Too.
Or somehow I would just innately offend them.
Yeah.
Just because, because that's what happens. Like just by being myself.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been with Robbie?
Almost a year now.
Oh my God. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And she's your first like girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like, I don't know. And how old are you? I don't even know.
I'm 33.
Okay. So like to explore your sexuality later in life too, I feel like is a little bit intimidating, especially after being so publicly perceived as heterosexual, right? And like in these really heteronormative, even like Dancing with the Stars is pretty like heteronormative, middle America like audience, right?
Yeah, ballroom is like masculine, feminine, like male, female.
Yeah, and then JoJo Siwa though.
Yeah,
good for her.
Yeah,
good for her. She's doing so much. But you don't have to talk about that.
I'm like,
silence. But yeah, that must have been like, I can't imagine how it felt. Like it's already hard without a public following or like a public persona to like explore your sexuality. But then to have that too, like, was it so scary?
Well, I have a question. When did you come out? I'm like, before I answer that, what about you?
Okay, so I came out. I like had an experience with a girl in high school.
Okay.
And then her parents kind of outed me when I was like 16 to my parents.
Oh my God.
But then I went back into the closet. I was like, my mom was like, are you gay?
You're like,
no, I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. So what the fuck are you talking about? I just like totally said no. And then went to college, joined a sorority, was like,
oh fuck, you were really
like,
overcompensating.
I'm gonna find the man of my dreams at SIGEP. Like, no, you're not. So then I came out, like I started coming out kind of during college, and then I was fully out by like 22.
Okay.
23. So younger.
Okay.
Younger, but also kind of old. It's weird because now kids get to come out like at 16 and then so I had a different experience. But anyway.
Okay. No, I'm just always curious because I do think like, I don't know. I always say this with like The Bachelor and kind of my new platform too. I feel like my age is such a blessing because I didn't go on TV until I was like 31. I was an ICU nurse for 8 years before. So I had just lived so much of a life.
Like a real life. Like a fully actualized human.
I had a traumatizing childhood. I did it all. So I feel like I just had perspective, and I've always been like kind of good about like beating to the drum.
Beating to your own drum?
Whatever the
marching to the beat of your own drum.
Yeah. I always think of beating my own drum. So I feel like when it happened, I wasn't really like scared. Naturally, I think, you have a shame that you like just want to deal with.
Especially coming from the Midwest too, on top, like so many layers to it.
Totally. And even having like conservative parents, but I feel like it was nothing really more than that. I was never afraid. I actually think it was easier for me, which I know not everyone is the same. I'm really lucky for the people who follow me and who have come to love me like after the TV shows I've been on, because they've been nothing but like really supportive and happy for me. And I kind of felt like that was gonna, and it's like everybody's gay.
Yeah, I know. It's also it's 2024. Like who isn't a little bit gay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that helps. I think like from what I've seen of you on TV too, it seems like you are very much yourself. So I feel like when you came out, I feel like people are like, this is a genuine person. This is a genuine relationship. This is a genuine like thing, which is nice. Because some people, I feel like when you're going on those reality shows and you kind of can tell when people are kind of, there's like a facade or like they're there for not really the right reasons or whatever. I mean, what is the right reason?
What is the Bachelor vernacular?
But no, I feel like that probably eased your transition into like coming out too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I was already like kind of not even used to public scrutiny, but I don't think Bachelor had ever really seen anyone like me I was really open about not coming from like a nuclear family and already having struggles and like just doing things a little differently. So, and apparently like all the bi girls were on to me when I was on TV. They were like, when's she gonna come out? So I think it's a sign. I don't know. It's like, how did we become this way?
Yeah.
Is it like, is it our sexuality? Is it like society? Is it like fuck you to the patriarchy?
I mean,
like maybe it's all
they're all
things.
good. I like all those things. Who cares?
Right.
Anyway. Yeah, I feel like, didn't you have like a quote when you were on The Bachelor that you like hate men?
Probably. I don't know. I'm like, probably.
Like it sounds like something I might have said.
Yeah.
You're like, but I'll fall in love with this guy.
Yeah.
How did you go from, did you get engaged to the guy from your season?
Yeah.
And how was that?
I mean, it was always really bumpy. He like, you can only get to know someone so much, not even with like just being on TV, but I think a lot of dating and a lot of my problems with dating men was like they aren't forced to get to know themselves like
totally.
women are because we have to overcome so much. We're already at a deficit. It's like blah, blah.
The world wasn't
blah.
like made for us, by us, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's like we have to better understand ourselves that men aren't forced with that pressure. And like I immediately kind of I didn't know at the time, but I really did feel a disconnect and like who I was dating because I don't think they knew themselves enough to like be forthcoming with information about themselves.
Yeah.
It's like people are like, you should have asked better questions. It's like, this is not on me.
Yeah.
I could ask any question, but it's like the answers that I was given and like they just don't do the work.
Yeah. I feel like he needed to ask himself those questions, right? Before, yeah. That is so interesting. I feel like, is it so different dating a woman compared to dating men for you now?
It's like, I feel like it's not that different, honestly, because I think you just get so used to your relationship and it's like, okay, this is like the person that I'm in a relationship. But I do feel like this is the first time I really like am facing kind of the guards I have up in relationships that you don't really know until you fall in love with somebody. And then like you're facing it face to face and you're like, why the fuck am I acting so crazy? You're like, oh, because you love them and you're like scared.
Yeah.
So I think that's been just the big difference is that I'm actually able to like grow in a relationship and be in love.
That's so sweet. That's so nice. I also feel like, I don't know if you feel this way at all, but did you kind of feel like you were always like just smarter than the men you dated?
Always. Yeah. And it's like, I'm not even that smart. Like that is a problem. Like I know a lot of people who are smarter than me. So why?
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. Spring has sprung and with it comes allergies. Do you know anything about them? Because I do. They killed me. But they don't have to anymore because of ZocDoc. Whether you need a PCP for an initial checkup or if you need a pediatrician for your little ones, if you've got kids, ZocDoc is there for you. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with over 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, from urgent care to primary care, and more. Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book. And appointments with ZocDoc typically happen fast, anywhere between 24 to 72 hours after booking, and sometimes you can even snag a same-day appointment. Again, as someone who has put off their doctor's appointments quite a bit, ZocDoc is such a game changer. I've used it. I recommend it so much. It's so easy, and it will change your life. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/exes to click and instantly book an appointment with a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/exes. And one more time, that's ZocDoc.com/exes. This episode is sponsored by Indeed. Hiring the right person and hiring them quickly is so important, and your time is so precious. So why waste it? When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed sponsored jobs help you stand out and hire fast. With sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates. So you can reach the people that you want faster. And it makes a huge difference. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly onto Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored job posts. I wish when I was hiring, I would have used Indeed. It would have saved me so much time and so much trouble. It would have been so easy. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there's no monthly subscriptions, no long-term contracts, and you only pay for results. How fast is Indeed? In the minute that I've been talking to you, 23 hires were made on Indeed according to Indeed data worldwide. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring process right now with Indeed. Listeners of my show will get a $75 sponsored job credit, so your jobs will get more visibility at Indeed.com/XS. Just go to Indeed.com/XS and support my show by letting Indeed know you heard about them from me. Indeed.com/XS. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring. Indeed is all you need. This episode is sponsored by Paired. Have you ever felt overwhelmed or distant or exhausted or disconnected from your partner, or maybe all of the above? It's so important to work on a relationship, and it can feel really daunting to do that. But with Paired, they make it so easy. It's an app right on your phone. It takes 5 minutes a day, and it's fun. Paired is an app for couples who want to strengthen their relationship. You and your partner both download the app, and then you pair together, and then every day it sends you personalized questions or quizzes or games to help you feel more connected and deepen your conversations and also have fun. It's a daily practice, and it makes it easy to stay connected to your partner. It also helps you communicate more and argue less. And it also can help you discuss difficult topics that maybe felt hard for you to bring up. You can also learn new things about each other, especially if you're in a new relationship. And it can also help you spice up your routine as a couple. Whether you're just a few dates in or you've been in a relationship for a long time, find the time to connect with your partner and nourish your relationship. Start strengthening your relationship in an easy and fun way, and it takes, again, just 5 minutes a day. Head to paired.com/Shannon and get a 7-day free trial and 25% off when you sign up for a subscription. Just head to paired.com/Shannon and sign up today.
Were you ever like in a situation where you could have had sex with a man, but you're like, no?
I don't even think.
No,
I don't think it even got that close.
Yeah.
My last boyfriend, like last guy I even talked to, was my freshman year of college. And I used to have to get so drunk to kiss him that I would kiss him with my eyes open.
Oh my God.
Because it was like, I was kind of dizzy.
Yeah,
so
and you were like still trying to find a boyfriend.
I was like,
I swear.
It's you. It's like,
Yeah.
And I was like the classic thing. I was a freshman in college, and it was this like older guy, and everyone was like, oh my God, he likes you, Shannon. He likes you. Like this guy. I was like, I guess I gotta do it. I'm like,
must black out first.
I'm like, let's take shots. Let's take some shots, and then let's see what happens. And then he cheated on me.
No, what an idiot.
I know, but it was like, I didn't care
thank God.
at all. Like I didn't care at all. But I confronted him about it. I texted him, and I was like, hey, so a girl in my sorority.
Like, this is the difference. Me showing up to my ex-boyfriends who cheated on me, like breaking shit over my knee, and you're like, just to be clear.
I just texted. I'm like, by the way, I think I heard maybe you're cheating on me.
Okay, totally fine.
Just let me know. Just invite me next time. No, I literally, my sorority sister she played golf at my college. So
what school did you go to?
Oklahoma.
Oh,
yeah. Oklahoma.
I'm like, is that the Longhorns?
It's the Sooners. It's the Longhorns like rival. So and my sister went to UT because that's Texas. But yeah, she played golf, so she would go to golf at like 5 a.m, and she was driving by this girl. I don't want to name these people, but this girl's house in the morning, and his car would be parked there at 5 a.m. So he was like going over there spending the night. So she like sat me down. It was so drama. My sorority sister sits me down. She's like, I don't know how to tell you this. But he's cheating on you. And I was like, okay, act upset. Like, I was like, no, I'm like,
you're like rejoicing.
Literally like, fuck yeah. I don't have to kiss him anymore. He also used to like bite my lip so hard it would bleed. And I was like, what is this?
Hate that shit.
Like, what is, I don't want that.
Right.
But it would sober me up a little bit, honestly.
It's like
I
lack
might have
of
needed
awareness.
it. Yeah.
It's like, this is not hot.
No,
it actually hurts.
It was like a pinch too. I'm like, what is it?
Like a little nibble.
Yeah, it was not good. But yeah, I texted him. I'm like, hey, I heard like your car's been parked at so-and-so's house. And then I shit you not, 2 seconds later, I broke my phone. Like I sent the text my phone cracked. It was totally broken. The next night I go out and he's like hooking up with a different girl in front of me. And I was like, and not even the girl.
Are we broken up?
I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm like hanging out with the girl I liked for my sorority who didn't like me back. But I was like, isn't this awful? He's doing this to me. Let's drink all night together. Let's have fun together. And then he didn't know. And then finally I told him, I was like, by the way, my phone just broke. Like, and he was like, I thought he cried. And he's like, I just thought you were the type of girl.
Type of girl what?
You're the type of girl who would never forgive me because you're too good for me already. That whole spiel.
Okay.
And I was like,
just giving himself an out.
I was like, you're right.
This is men. Like, they're all a version of this.
It's crazy. And also, I can't believe the girl. Also, I'm going to bleep it out, but the girl who cheated on me, her name was
No.
Like, what?
No.
I'm
That's
like
some
offended.
Oklahoma shit.
Also, who names their kid that? It's so rude. Anyway, that's my last like experience with a guy. So we never even got close. But I'm like, he never like even felt me up. So I've got questions.
Yeah.
I've got questions.
Right.
For him.
Yeah. You're like, what did you think? Like, you could have like let me in on it that I'm a lesbian.
Yeah. Jeez. Also, I'm like, I don't know how no one knew, but I mean, okay, so that's got to be a different experience for you because I feel like anyone who's like hyper femme, it's easier to fly under the radar.
Totally.
Like forever. I feel like so many lesbians for generations. I don't even know how you identify.
The last 100,000 years.
But like, really though. And we've been like flying under the radar forever. Even I could have probably married a guy and he would have been like, awesome.
Yeah, totally. They
my
love
wife.
it. Yeah,
and I could be like
hanging
dressed
out with the
like
bro.
this.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, that's my hot wife.
Yeah.
Like, guys are so stupid. But did that make it harder for you because you didn't have like, probably people weren't like, Gabby, are you gay all the time, right? I think people were asking me.
No, yeah.
Like, is there something
like,
you want to
Shannon,
tell us?
We're on to you.
Literally.
No, yeah. Nobody really had any questions. I guess like when I was a nurse, I had a really good friend who was a lesbian and everyone thought we were dating. And like I never was like offended by it. I was like, oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
You know, that
Hilarious.
they would think like that. But it's like, obviously, I think because they thought that I would entertain it, or I think people just think I'm like open-minded enough that I wouldn't feel like I needed to date like just men. But yeah, no, nobody's really on to me.
Why do you think you didn't explore that with that girl? Were you just not attracted to her?
I just never, like, I was in Colorado. She was maybe like the first lesbian I had ever met since college. This girl who was like Butch Dyke.
Got it.
I'm like, I can say these things because I'm in the community now.
You're allowed. Those words are yours now.
Yeah.
We have to take them back. So.
Right. And she was like hilarious and great, and she was like always hitting on me. And I'm like, okay, this is funny. We like see each other at parties and stuff. So I just never thought anything of it, or never thought, I was so hyper focused on men because I think like I'm a really sensitive person. Annoying.
Bummer.
Yeah, literally sucks so bad. So I feel like whatever shit happens to me, like kind of me playing the victim already, like it happens worse. I'm a woman, but I got it the worst. But I just really wanted, it was like, kind of Midwestern Colorado where it's like your worth was about a man. And I was like, I was a nurse, I was dating doctors. And I'm like, this is going to be my meal ticket to like give me the utmost whatever. Like and by virtue of having them as my partner, I would have self-worth because this is like what our life is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
So
that's wild because I feel like you've changed so much since then. Like
I think
you're thinking.
I've always had like, I'm like an insurrectionist. That's not the word. Like some kind of an alternative mindset.
Yeah.
But I've always been so at odds with it.
Yeah, like suppressing it, probably.
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard, I think, too, when you do fit in. Like when you can fit in, when you could, you could do that. You could have done that so easily, probably, like on the surface, maybe not deep down.
Right. No,
but it's like so much harder because then you're really going against like the status quo of being like, now I'm changing it all. Like I could have done it, but I'm not gonna do any of that. Do you and Robbie live together?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, it's definitely been a topic of discussion for a long time.
It's crazy that it's been for a long time because you said you haven't even been together for a year, right?
Right, but it's like
it's been on the table for a long time. Got it.
Yeah, maybe for like 6 months.
Okay.
Which it's like not, I mean, we didn't totally U-Haul it. She did say she loved me after 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was like, and I think you love me too. And I'm like, what is going on here?
You're like
this bitch is actually crazy.
Like, this is being a lesbian, I guess. Yeah. Like I don't know any different. So
right, and then I'm like, I think I do. Like, you're right.
You've convinced me for sure. That's
no, but we like. I think it's nice. We both have individual places that we love, and she travels a lot, so it's like every time we're like, let's pull trig. We don't get into a fight, but something comes up, and we're like, we don't know if this is the right time. And I feel like that's a good thing to force us to slow down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just with her traveling so much, it would not even be more convenient, but it would just like it would be better use of our time.
Yeah. Because then when you're together,
you rationalize. So it's like, actually, I just want to live with her.
We need to live together right now.
So I can see you more.
Have you lived with a partner before?
No.
And did you ever even like want to?
Never.
I
wanted to be alone.
You keep your apartment, I'll keep mine. Thank you. Let's take our time.
Which I did think I was like low key like would do that, but I am used to living by myself. I've lived by myself for like almost 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never lived by myself, which is crazy because I am 32. I'm like, my roommate Zoe. Do you feel like it's nice dating a comedian or like someone who's in the industry compared to if you were dating like an ICU nurse?
Yeah, no, absolutely. She's been in the industry for so long, for like over 10 years. She's been doing stand-up forever. So I feel like just as a resource, it's really nice.
That's true, yeah.
And she just gets it. Like, not even that sometimes she'll like want to talk about comedy stuff all the time. Like, can we just not talk shop? Like, this is like not hitting for me.
Not talk shop.
Yeah. Like maybe with like your other friends, totally. So we have
your other friends. You're like, I'm your girlfriend, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
no, I know. I'm like, you treat me different.
It is hard though because you're both girls. So sometimes you're like, sometimes it gets a little confusing. I'm like, are you my best friend?
Right.
Like, you are my best friend, and then you're my girlfend, and then you're like,
yeah.
And you definitely don't want to be coworkers.
No.
No.
I'm like, do you? I don't know. I know. I'm like,
well, maybe. Yeah. Like, what more can we do together?
Right. Yeah. I want all your time. Yeah. But no, yeah, it's really nice. She just travels a lot for work, which like I don't know how I feel about yet.
It's like, is she on the road like some percentage of the year? Is it like 6 months out of the year she's around? Like
it would probably add up to that. Like maybe 50 to 60% of the time she's home.
Damn.
But yeah, she's gone quite a bit. So, and like she's like, come with, and I can, but I honestly like, and I feel kind of entitled that I get to say this, but like I don't like traveling that much. Yeah, I like to see new shit, but I also, it's like we live, it's
so nice here.
Right.
Where do we want to go?
Exactly.
I love it here. Yeah. I feel like some of the best relationships, or I guess there's one relationship I know. My friend, her parents, her dad was an actor and her mom lived in LA like full time. And they were basically like long distance 6 months out of the year for a lot of her life. And she thinks that's why their relationship is so as healthy as it is because they got to miss each other so much. Yeah. And then when they got to be together, the time was so intentional. Like they like really cared. But that's ideal like 5 years into a relationship. I feel like in your first year of a relationship, you're kind of in that where I want to do everything with you. Like, let's hang out. Where are you? I want to drive to your house. Like,
literally.
That's a different time in your life, right?
And we met like when she had gotten like right out of a WGA strike meeting, and then we met or started dating. Yeah, so she was like fully on strike. Like the industry was kind of down. I didn't have anything to fucking do yet. So I was like not doing much. So we spent so much time together. I'd say in the first like whatever, 6 to 8 months, and now it's like reality's hitting. So
it's almost like you started dating in like COVID.
Right, in quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, did I take all that time for granted because we were new and I was always picking fights? I'm like, how much do you love me?
I'm dead. Because you're like loving someone so much probably for like the first time, not the first time, but in a different, it's just so different. Like girl relationships. You said something interesting in a podcast I was listening, I think it was the Vinny one, where you were saying because there's not gender roles, you guys get to kind of make them for yourselves.
Yeah.
How is that going for you guys?
I'm like, I go back and forth because I'm like, I am a feminist, but also not.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But no, yeah, I'm like, I feel like not having gender roles allowed me to fall in love with her. And like, that's it, because not that there was so much expectation on a man, but it was like, yeah, why aren't you smarter? Why can't you like treat me or at least meet me? It's like the bar was actually lower for them in a way, and now it's like she's meeting all these things that I don't even have to ask for, and I'm not really expecting her to make all the money. I'd like her to.
I'm not opposed.
Yeah, I'm not opposed. But yeah, I don't like need her to open the door. I don't have to have her make me feel like a certain way. So I feel like we're just meeting each other. Also, in my mind, I guess maybe it's more this. It's like we're a neutral playing field. I have no expectations of kind of how I'm supposed to be treated. Robbie does like to like pay for dinners, you know, and stuff like that. But now that we're kind of more getting into our relationship, there's no like real expectation. We'll switch off. We'll split. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't feel like when in the past, it's like you would fucking know if I was paying for more. Like I would let you know. Like if it was 55-45, you would know.
Really?
Yeah. Because what else are men good for?
Fair. I don't know. It's like I've never even met one before.
Right.
Like when I have a guy friend, I'm like, what do you think about? What do you? I have like one guy friend, like close male friend, and he's bi.
Okay,
so
yeah,
like,
right. So you're like, you don't count.
Yeah, I'm like, you're different. You're evolved. Like,
yeah.
You think differently than straight men. But I probably should hang out with straight men.
No, you don't really need to.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Yeah, I'm like, this is actually the first kind of like very queer space that I'm doing like a podcast or like anything for work, because I come from such a straight world.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I feel like the conversation is going to be like so easy and nice when someone gets you. Whereas hanging out with a man, you're like, oh my God, like you are this stupid.
Yeah. It's like pulling teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
I've never even been, like, I don't think a straight guy would ever even like invite me on their podcast. Like there's no crossover there.
Yes, they would. Straight men love Robbie.
That checks out. That gay men love me sometimes.
Yeah.
They're like, why do I kind of think you're hot? I'm like, I don't know.
Like, this is confusing to me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to give you any vibe, just so you know. I don't think you're hot. So, but it is like weird. It is weird. Like, I don't know. It's weird being a more mask lesbian in spaces, like how you're perceived versus like, especially every girl I've dated has been super femme.
Okay.
And then going into gay bars with those women, it's kind of, I've had experiences like Akbar. Do you know that bar?
Yeah.
I've been there once with an ex of mine, and these gay guys to the left of us were like, okay, and now we got all these straight girls in here. Because I was like at the bar, and I think my hair was long at the time. So from behind, I'm sure. That's all men are like, long hair? Straight.
Yeah, literally.
Now my hair's short. They're like, right. Okay, sir. Like, literally. I'm like, okay, night and day. I'm getting on airplanes. People are like, excuse me, sir. I'm like, look at my face.
Right.
Is this a man's face?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a tiny girl.
Right. Yeah.
Treat me as such.
Yeah.
But no, these guys at Akbar, they're like, okay, now these straight girls are coming in the bar, taking over. And I turned to them and I was like, we're lesbians.
I'm gay. I belong here.
Like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like I'm having to fight for my right to be at Akbar.
Yeah,
all places.
I've been to Akbar when I was straight. Nobody cared.
Also, oh God, don't want to open it. Did you see that whole controversy like on TikTok of that girl? She was like the straight girl at the gay bar. And she was like, lesbians were mean to me at the gay bar.
Whatever. Lesbians probably loved you.
Well, it was like a lesbian bar, and they brought all these guys, I guess. I don't know.
I think that's annoying.
Yeah.
Like men, they already have their own space. It's like lesbians cannot have their own space because it's infiltrated by men.
Yeah, and also we can't keep any of them open because lesbians get in relationships and are like, and we're staying home tonight.
So true.
We have wine at home. Why the fuck would we go to the lesbian bar? What are we going to do there?
Yeah, I'm like, what's the point of socializing?
I'm done now.
Everything I need.
Yeah, me and you, babe.
Yeah.
Do you have like a queer friend group?
No. I'm like you. You're my new friend.
I'm poaching you. You can be in my friend group.
I guess a little. I shouldn't say no. One of my good friends is bi, and she's dating a girl, so we hang out quite a bit. But it's like, we always hung out when I was straight too.
Yeah.
And then Robbie has a lot of queer friends, but it's like for as much as we travel, I feel like, I don't know, just our age too. Like we're just not all like intermixed, I guess. But most of my friends are straight, I'd say. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, well, you can hang out with me and my friends. They're all gay. Everyone's gay here. So yeah, I think it's nice. It's nice to have gay friends to talk about things with because as much as being in like a straight relationship is the same as being with a woman, like relationships are relationships.
Totally.
But there are like intricacies and things that are really nice to talk about with other queer people, especially I don't know how you feel, but when you're navigating being a newly queer person too, like to be able to ask those questions. I feel like that's also why I wanted to start this podcast, because I feel like a lot of people don't have queer friends. I get a lot of feedback from people being like, where do you find your friend? Like how did you make these friends?
No, literally, even traveling, we just got back from London and I'm like, just for being such a big city, I feel like there would be more lesbians, but there were just none. Well, I think I saw a couple maybe, like at Robbie's shows, obviously, but anywhere I look, really, it's not. And it's like whenever you're at events, like, we went to Kate Berland's premiere, and so there was lots of like lesbian couples and stuff, and like you look at them, you're like, holy shit, it's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's so fun. I love to see gay people out and about. And I'm like, lesbians.
Yeah, literally, me too. Especially like
stare
cute.
a little too long at them, like
you're like, kiss.
I used to always be like, are they sisters or are they lesbians? And I'm like,
now I'm just, and you're like, still, are they sisters?
Just what's the truth? No, in 2024 now I'm like, lesbians, no matter what. In like 2010 I was like, gay, are you friends? What's going on?
But even now, when I see girls holding hands, I'm like, oh, my heart just like melts.
It's so crazy how like thirsty you are for representation, and just because it makes you feel normal. Like,
yes, that's what it is. It's just so validating
because it is so normal. I think especially when you first experience it, like you're like, this is exactly what I can tell in my body, this is what I should be doing. So this is right. This is right, but I can't see myself anywhere else. So I still feel kind of like wrong.
Yeah.
And now it's so nice. Well, I was going to ask you about this too. Like how you kind of, I think you said in an interview, sorry, I'm like, I did research, okay?
No, that's me too, with all my guests,
But I think you said in an interview that you watched a show, the one with like Francesca and Abby, right? Yeah. And that kind of like was a tipping point of it. You're like, I could probably explore my sexuality.
Totally.
Do you think like reality TV, I think reality TV could be that for so many people if these showrunners would just like do anything gayer. It's like, give us some gayer shit. Even the Queer Ultimatum, I think, really did that for a lot of people. Yeah. I don't know if you watched it, but
I did. It was kind of brutal.
It was so brutal.
Because I'm like, we need good representation is the thing. And I feel like Francesca and Abby were like good representation. Yeah. You know?
Well, like healthy. But the Queer Ultimatum is already set up as a show to show unhealthy dynamics, like even the straight version of the show,
it's just so much pressure.
It's two people who are in a completely, it's also fake, right? That can't be real. How are they finding that many people who are like, I want to get engaged tomorrow, and they don't?
Yeah, and so like I'm fine cheating on them right in front of their face.
It's like
it's a crazy concept.
It's a crazy concept.
Yeah, naturally they would be the ones that are like, okay, yeah, we want like queer people on, but it's like we need some legit shit.
We need like love stories too that are sweet, or like that we're rooting for. Are you comfortable?
I know my legs. I'm like, I have to stretch, but I'm just trying to do it discreetly.
trying to do I'm like, you are moving.
Legs, okay.
No, this happened to me yesterday. I filmed yesterday and my leg cramped up and I didn't know what to say to the people I was talking to. I'm like, okay, I'm dying. But I'm like, this is my own fault.
Yeah, you did this.
Yeah, I did this to myself. Okay, anyway, hopefully queer representation in reality TV will get better. Also, I'm stoked for every bachelorette person that comes out. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
I know.
Becca Tilly did it so early. I'm like, she's coming on my podcast too.
Oh my God, fun.
Yeah. So it's exciting. And then Clay, I mean, how
really
did they let him
crazy.
be the bachelor?
No, I know. I heard rumors, like everybody, literally everyone knew.
How could you not know?
Yeah.
Like, as a viewer, you're like, this sweet gay boy.
No,
I feel like they kind of did him dirty for that.
Yeah, they shouldn't. I mean, at that point, I feel like he was so down bad and in the closet because I think he was like a football player.
Yeah.
And just like all the pressures.
He's like the all-American, perfect little sweet, closeted boy.
Yes. And it's like, you just can't put him in a position because he will fuck himself up. And he did.
And he did.
I
know.
The girl that he chose like through hell, all because he was trying to like live this lie.
I know. It's so sad. When it was happening, it was so hard to watch the public reaction to that. This is so funny because this is like old news, but the public reaction, like I feel like he kind of got vilified by a lot of people, like people being like, and that was crazy of him to do that, especially because he's gay. Like he did all that. I'm like, he did it because he was like, you have to be the girl. Like I think she was his last hope of normalcy in his mind. He's like, if it's not her, then I have to come out. Yeah. And that is terrifying. I mean, it's a terrible position to put that girl in too. Totally. But obviously he wasn't coming from a conscious mindset. It was like desperation.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
I know, it's really sad for the both of them.
Yeah.
Which it's like, it is such a straight place. And especially, I think men are still just so repressed with their sexuality that it's like, just come out already.
It's
like
so...
you can be bi too. You don't even have to be fully gay.
I know. It's so hard. And then people like bi guys have such a bad rep.
I know.
It's
I'm
so
like,
hard.
I don't know how I feel about bi guys. Honestly, I say that and I'm like, I don't know if I believe it.
No, I feel like that's like such a stereotype, but I do have my bi guy friend.
Yeah,
like,
I know. Good for him. Yeah. What's he like?
You have to meet him.
Confused.
So is he gay or straight?
Right. Pick. What do the girls think that he dates? They don't care.
He's like kind of like an artsy kind of guy, and I feel like people are.
I think if you can back it up, with like
he's a musician, you know, and they're like, yeah, you probably are bi,
right?
Of course, it works for him. Okay, do you identify as what? What do you identify as?
I'm very fluid with it.
Okay.
Which like maybe the community I know is maybe, I don't know. I'm new here, but
thanks for having me. Yeah. I'm
just
new.
to lay the groundwork, just to get myself out of anything you might say. But I feel like, I think everything is a spectrum. I feel like if you're not straight, you're gay.
Yeah.
Basically.
Agreed.
Which is like queer, but as far as like bisexual, lesbian, I think it's just easier for me to refer to my relationship as like a lesbian relationship.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, because it's like what's currently going on. That's my experience right now. It's like, the bi girls who always have boyfriends. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, put your money where your mouth is. Okay, let me fucking see. Munch that rug.
I'm fucking dead.
But so it's like, this to me is the opposite of that. And it's like, it's like, I am attracted to men physically for sure, but I think it just goes beyond that. And I think a lot of lesbians and queer people feel the same. It's like probably everyone's pansexual.
I feel like with societies, I feel like if we were all thrown on like a deserted island and we had no culture and no idea of anything and like our brains are washed,
right?
I think everyone would be fucking everyone.
Oh, absolutely.
Like things would be way more just attraction based, and it wouldn't be like, oh, men have to dress like this, women have to dress like, if we didn't know any of those things, I think it makes way more sense that most people would be queer.
Completely agree. Because it's like gender and sex are different. Like is gender construct? Like, I think so. Because like, what about in the caveman days? Were they making the girls put a bra on?
Yeah.
I'm still pissed at like the sexualization of nipples.
and
I will not get over it.
Yeah, me either. You're right. It's crazy. No.
Yeah, I just think like, our culture and obviously society and the men, they just like, it's easier, I guess, to be binary, and then they get to put themselves on a pedestal. But I completely agree. Like, if we were washed of all of that, you just like meet somebody that you have chemistry with, that you're attracted to.
Totally. And I also think everyone would be like non-binary. I feel like more, because we would have how could you, there would be no binary, right? If we all just were thrown. Yeah. Or I don't know, where we would do the same shit we did.
Maybe
but it would
take
a long
man
time
there for sure, which is the binary, but
that some alpha male would be like, you guys over here and you guys over here, and then we'd be fucked again. It would probably in time that would happen. But I think like they say like Greek people, like they all were fucking all like having orgies and stuff, because everything was just pleasure based and not which makes sense. Right? Like, why are we torturing ourselves like this? Even monogamy, sometimes I'm like, why did we choose that? But then I'm like, don't fuck anyone else when I'm sleeping with someone. I'm like, it's us, right?
Yeah. So just to be clear, I know I feel like people think like whatever, if you're like queer, you're poly, but it's like no. I don't think so. Like if you're a lesbian, you're more monogamous than the straights, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, now I don't know. I feel like everything is getting so open.
I know.
Are you okay?
No.
Okay. You're a dancer too, right?
I know, but I've never had like the flexible hips. Plus, like that's in the back. That's like years past.
Except for when did you do dance? Like that's in my past.
That's in my. I'm gay now. I don't talk about BC.
Everything is new now.
This
Before is your
gay,
new life.
after gay.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
Okay.
I love to run my mouth.
Okay. Perfect. Me too. Also, so nice to meet. I'm so glad. I knew that it was going to be fine, because I watched so much of your stuff and I'm like, this girl seems so normal. I mean, like so easygoing and like easy to talk to. I feel like most people who are doing anything in this space are able to show up and kind of turn it on, you know?
Oh, I agree.
And then, which is nice. But the pressure, it's been interesting being the host, which it's
scarier being the host. I like being the guest because like you don't have to prepare. It's not your fault to like guide the conversation.
If it's bad, it's like sorry, your fault. Every podcast I've gone on, I'm like, this is a joy. This is like I could be here forever. I know. But with mine, it's just like, fuck, is this going well? I've only had a few where I got a little bit like, is this okay? I want them to be whatever they're gonna be, you know? Like I don't want to set expectations of, if they're silly, like I want it to be silly. Or if it's serious, it can be serious, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree.
But I mean, ideally, I prefer to be laughing a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, same. I know, because I kind of want on mine too. I'm like thinking, like shooting for the stars, but I'm like, also, I like to keep everything light.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's hard.
So
it's so
I don't
hard.
know how I would navigate that and feel like it's cohesive. But yeah, I feel like listening to a couple of my episodes back, it's like some of them have a different like vibe, but I feel like it's a reflection of like your different relationships with people and like how you can navigate and stuff.
Totally. I also feel like I'm kind of a chameleon a little bit in that like I will match the other person.
Yeah, I'll say shit that I don't believe in.
You're like, I will lie. I will lie.
Literally just to make them feel comfortable. I'm like, totally.
Yeah, you're like, agreed. It's so valid. Me too, honestly. There was a couple things I said in my last episode where I was like, fair, and in my head I was like, I actually don't fair. I was unfair,
right? But you're like in such an intimate environment that
how do
you're
you
like,
not
how do you just like school them?
Like, I don't know if this is a bad question to ask you, so I'll just ask
questions.
You. But do you have any fear, or does Robbie, I guess, have any fear, because this is your first like female experience, that you would ever want to explore hooking up with other girls?
I think there was maybe in the beginning. The beginning was such a whirlwind that I was kind of like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just have to follow my heart. And like every day, you know, I wanted to be with her, and I wanted more of her. So I think both of us are just ready to like have it be it kind
Yeah.
of. Like you wait for it's timing, it's the right point in your life and the right person, and I feel like we see that in each other.
Totally.
And we work so hard in our relationship that I feel like maybe if I was younger.
I was gonna say, I also feel like there is like an element of our age where
Totally.
like, okay, I've kind of, even if
Yeah.
you're like, I've slept with people or I've done I've dated people,
Yeah,
you know,
I've
it's
dated
like,
too many men.
like, I've been engaged.
Yeah.
I've kind of done it all.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes, but it's like I know lesbians who are single who have a hard time like finding girls. It's like we just got really lucky in the way that we met, and it's like it is like kindred spirits. I feel.
Yeah, totally. Also, like I think sometimes when you know, or so I'm told.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not.
I know that's what they say.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is true. Like I also just like don't really have a wandering eye though.
Yeah, me
and
either.
Neither does she.
I'm like that too. When I'm dating someone, it's like I become, I don't even understand that other people are attractive. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just really hard. It's so hard dating women because you do feel close to them faster, and it's like, why would I jeopardize something if it like feels good and it's like going well, and then you're spending so much time together, then you're really close, then you're like, it's just like a complicated, I don't know. I can't compare it to anything because I never dated men, but it does seem to be like a common thread between queer women that I know.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like you're right. And like luckily, I don't know, we've both done a lot of work on ourselves and have both been in other relationships, so we have like not expectations, but I guess boundaries with ourselves and the other as a partner, and it's like we know what we want and what we need, so I feel like that's helpful too, because I feel like the lines get really blurred.
Yeah, they do get really blurred. I have a friend who said like a lot of times sex with men and felt like men just using her as like to masturbate. Yeah.
Yeah. I can corroborate that. Yeah. Even with having sex with dudes, I feel like actually the best ones were ones that were in relationships, because I think the communication was just better and more open.
Totally.
So it's like you really get to know because you're not afraid to ask how to,
and your
like,
walls are
please.
down and you feel safe and you're like,
Right.
okay, if we're gonna keep doing this, it better be good.
Yeah.
Right.
But there is like, I feel like even for me, even before Robbie, like with having sex with men, I had like just I feel shame, not like shame, whatever, like I'd still do it, but I like I was fucking, believe me. I would keep me from having a good time. Yeah. But it's like I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking them any questions.
Yeah.
And they weren't really asking me. So then like now having sex with women, I feel like it's honestly, it does feel safer and more connected because I feel like there is an open line of communication. So it is. And like that's another way to enjoy sex is honestly just by like talking about it. Like it gets you excited.
Yeah. And like, I think women just have it, whether you're gay or not, we have like an understanding of other women in a way that is so different. Yeah. I also feel is interesting because then sleeping with a woman, like I feel like sleeping with men have no expectation of a woman finishing, really. Not all men.
Right.
But, you know, it's not really a priority. It's like they definitely will, maybe you will, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird then switching to sleeping with women because it's like that is kind of an expectation. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're like, I do hope that will happen. Even if it doesn't happen, it's fine. But that's like the goal is both of you trying to like do that, right?
Because it is like redefining sex in a way. Because it's not sex, and like it's like lesbians are virgins, really. If you think about it.
I'm like, that has to be on my TikTok. Lesbians are virgins.
We are. Yeah.
We're sweet little virgins. Exactly. All of us.
Yeah, Mother Mary. So it's like, I know Robbie and I kind of talk about it too. It's like, but we get to, you know, like make it our own because there's no like definition, which is kind of fun, but also very confusing because the two like coming at different times has like really fucked me up. I've talked with people about that too. Yeah, because also I think
there's an element of straight sex where you're both feeling something exactly the same at the same exact time.
That also, yes.
And then you can kind of lose yourself. I don't know because I've never done it, but like I would assume you could get more lost in it because you're doing it exactly the same time.
Right. Whereas, you're getting pleasure at the same time. I feel like it's something in your brain that like takes something immediately off the table. Like you're not worrying like, okay, so when are they going to get their time?
Yeah, totally. I can't even imagine. It's got to be, it's different.
It is different. Yeah.
And it's different, which you're not going to experience probably, but it's like different from girl to girl, like a lot different. Like I'm sure I had a friend on this podcast too who slept with men for a long time and then came out later in life too. And I was like, I mean, I'm assuming like it's different from guy to guy. And she was like, not really. Like, not as much as you think. Like, no. And I was like, yeah, it's
the difference
crazy.
is in their skill level, like how interested they are in like pleasuring the woman. Yeah. But as far as them, it's like they're all too pump chump. Like it's just like, okay, that's easy.
But girl to girl, it's like, it is different. It's crazy. Like, every time you're kind of learning a new thing. Even I always say it's crazy. It's crazy. It's 2024 and people still will ask me like, how do lesbians have sex?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
we scissor.
I'm like, and then I'm like, I don't know. Like,
we don't really.
Like, I'm going to put a survey out. How are y'all having sex? Like, it is, everyone is different. I have so many lesbian friends and our definitions of sex vary person to person. Yeah. And because I always say, I feel like
what are some definitions? Like what?
Like some of my friends will be like, okay, if we're both trying to give each other an orgasm, that's lesbian sex.
Okay.
For me, I'm like, if we're both like naked, I feel like that's lesbian sex.
Or like if we're both in bed, I'm like, lesbian sex.
If I have my sports bra on the whole time, maybe it was just a hookup. You know? Like, because also some people, I feel like sometimes I've hooked up with people, it wasn't like sex, you know?
Right, yeah. But there's like more of the emotional.
Yeah, like, or like if I just fingered someone, like guys just finger girls all the time and they would never be like, I fucked that girl.
Yeah,
right?
Finger fucked her. That's no fun.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so different and it's like different person to person. I don't know. I'm still learning myself. Like,
yeah, which is kind of nice because I feel like, it doesn't really matter like the experience you have necessarily as it is like being intuitive and wanting to learn about your partner.
Totally. And that is the same as straight sex too, right?
Yeah.
So, or any kind of sex. That's just sex.
Right.
Or it should be.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. This has been so nice. Thank you for coming. I don't want to sit like this anymore. Oh my God, personally. No. My hips hurt also, and I'm not a dancer, so we got to get out of here. You guys can follow Gabby on all her socials. I'll put them in the link below, and also check out her podcast. It's out now, and long-winded.
Begging. Yes. I'll do anything.
I'm sure it's going to be great. I haven't gotten to hear it yet, but I'm already endorsing it just based off this conversation and everything I've seen of you on every podcast ever. You're hilarious. Also, please follow her TikTok because I need you to enjoy that content with me.
It's unhinged. It's an acquired taste. Everything will be an acquired taste.
Yeah, but the taste has been acquired by me, so you guys need to figure it out. Okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. This is so fun.